Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin, where today we are going to be sewing the 8-inch Vogue Ginny doll and Easter dress. This should also fit other 8-inch dolls like Madame Alexander's, Muffy, Wendy, all the 8-inch dolls, okay? The pattern that we're going to be using is Simplicity 3576, and the dress we're going to be making is right here. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera to my hands now. Hopefully I got out everything we might possibly need. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is sew our bodice. Notice that we have two and we have them pretty sides together. We're going to simply sew around the shape. I'm on a straight stitch, length 2. Using a pair of sharp scissors, we are now going to cut in towards the seam allowance so that the fabric will turn easily. I'm using Guggenheim dress shears. I'm now going to trim down the back seam allowance so that this will turn without a bulky seam. I'm going to now flip the bodice inside out. Here's our bodice. I'm going to now fold the sleeves down and sew a very tiny seam about thumbnail room from here to the bottom. Excuse me. I'm going to now flip the bodice inside out. And here's our top, or our basis for our dress. Next, I'm going to sew the panties, which are matching. I have pressed down a 1/4 inch on the legs and the waist. We're going to sew around the legs first, because if you sew the waist first, you will not be able to get the legs to lay down properly. I'm switching my machine to a zigzag stitch. I'm going to now cut a piece of elastic for the doll's waist, which will be 3.5 inches long. We are going to take the elastic and, holding it flush to the panties, we're going to stretch it and sew it in place. You need a nice a lingerie elastic, not that Walmart stiff 1/4 inch elastic that doesn't stretch. If you made masks during the pandemic, it's that kind of elastic. We are now going to take our panties and put them right sides together, and we're going to sew in 1/2 inch up the back seam. Straight stitch. We are now going to press open the seam with our fingers, and we're going to join the back to the front like so, and we're going to sew straight across, which now makes the crotch seam. We are now going to flip the panties inside out. So the bodice is done and the panties are finished. We are now going to sew the skirt, which has been pressed under 2 hems of a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch fold down once, folded in a second time. We are now going to take our skirt edges and fold them together and sew up the back, leaving a thumb's room so that the doll can enter. We are now going to finger press the back seams open, and we are going to sew them in place. And if you're noticing that this gingham is sliding around, it's because it is not 100% cotton. This is Walmart gingham that has polyester in it. It has nice volume and drape, but I don't like to sew with it. It was an accident that I even bought it. All right, when we fold this in half, this is now our center point on the skirt. We're going to put a pin in the center so that we know that's our center. We are now going to shear up the skirt. You will move your machine over to the largest stitch, straight stitch. You're going to now use your gathering strings. I need to take one out here to remove a stitch. And we are going to shear up the skirt to the pin. Okay, this looks good. So this is our skirt. We are now going to take the bodice and put it up inside the center of the skirt and pin it in place. The end of your bodice should match the end of your skirt. The other thing I don't like about this fabric is it bunches up in the seams where cotton will lay down a little better. Okay, we are now going to sew around the top part of the skirt, securing the bodice inside. I'm going to be back on the straight stitch. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to turn the dress and make sure everything is still together. Now I'm going to pick up where I left off. Oh, now my thread came out. Okay, we are now going to cut off the strings. There's a lot of them. Okay, I'm going to take out the pins. And we flip our dress inside out. It looks so cute. It looks like a little cupcake. Hello, cupcake. Okay. Now, I'm not happy with the way the inside of this looks because that's quite a bit of a mess. So I am going to now take my scissors and I'm going to tidy up the inside. And the nice thing about these Guggenheim scissors is they cut through everything. I mean, everything. Next time I use this fabric, I need to cut it with pinking shears because it's pretty stringy. One little string left right here. Okay, so now we're going to try it on our doll. Well, I'll tell you what, let's put the panties on last. It will have snaps sewn on the back when it's completely finished. For now, I'm just going to put a pin in. I see a couple little strings I missed, so I'm going to trim those off. We're now going to slide on our panties. So here's our cute little panties. Here's her dress. Put you back on your stand. She's got a string in her hair. Okay, of course she will need shoes, socks. She's going to need some kind of sash at the waist. Here's her little cinnamon hat. And she's all ready to go. So again, that pattern was Simplicity 3576. I hope you learned something from my video today. Please stop back by for more, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.